What's going on, guys? Aggronix here, and welcome back to the ACL Season 3. Today we jump into our Week 10 game against the fantastic Flygon and the... Kaukauna Kyrems, that's the one. I'm really excited for this game. I've only ever played Flygon once, and that game was actually the first game of ACL last season. I only got to play him once, and it was a pretty definitive loss for us. He really kicked our ass. What can I say? He had Kyurem Black, Scolipede with a speed passing set. You know, there's not much you can do against that. I don't even remember what my team was in the ACL last year. Oh, it was Salazzle and Tyranitar and stuff like that. And a Mega Steelix as well, yeah. So that was like a really rough game to start off the season. And but Flygon is a very good player. But I feel like we're better this season. I feel like we have a team that we're more comfortable with. And I feel like we can definitely beat his team. His team consists of, on the 12 mons on the top of your screen, Mega Latias, Zeraora, Sylveon, Lucario, Roserade, Suicune, Miltank, Dodrio, Sneasel, Palisand, Rapidash, and Armaldo. So, good team, right? It's a good team. However, very beatable. It's a very beatable team. Very bulky though. You know, Mega Latias, Miltank, Sylveon, Suicune. That's like a really dickhead core to deal with. That's really tough to deal with. Then you have stuff like the Roserade you have to watch out for. Sneasel can be a bitch. Lucario can set up and sweep you at a moment's notice. Dodrio can just destroy your walls. Zeraora with its Volt Absorb and great coverage. Stuff you gotta watch out for. The first 9 mons in his team are the ones I'm most afraid of. Palisand, Rapidash, and Armaldo I'm not really very worried about because, I mean, honestly, Palisand is just kind of dealt with, and so is Armaldo. Rapidash, I guess, is a little bit scary, but really it's not too scary. I just need to be careful about how I switch into it and stuff like that. So, but it is the first 9 mons that I'm super sketched out about. He has 3 Stealth Rockers, one of them being Miltank, Palisand, and Armaldo. I don't think he'll bring Palisand or Armaldo. I think we'll see Miltank. I think Miltank will come. I don't know if it'll be Sap Sipper, and I'm kind of sketched out. I'm worried that if it is, that's going to be a bitch to deal with. We'll have to see what happens with that. I don't know, honestly. I think Dodrio could come, but I don't know. It's a tough one. I think Mega Latias is guaranteed. I think Zeraora is guaranteed. I think those two are guaranteed. I think Suicune is pretty fucking likely. I think Sylveon is a decent chance, although Scizor is such a hard check to it, as well as... What else do I have? Do I have a poison type? I don't have a poison type. Maybe Sylveon with Empire Fire maybe is a thing that I'd bring. But I'm still not too scared of it. And if we set up a few combos with Necrozma, we're not really worried about it at all. Roserade, again, same difference. Scizor really scares it. I have things like Gliscor. It has to run Hidden Power Fire to deal with Scizor, and if it does that, it can't really hit Gliscor too well, except for going for Leaf Storm, which we can roost off the damage if we were to bring Gliscor. So, first thing to note off the bat with this team that I really hate, and I'm very worried about it, and I'm not happy with it. I don't have Stealth Rocks on this team. And I really wanted them, but I could not find a mon. I feel these 6 mons, Tapu Koko, I'll show you this, Tapu Koko, Necrozma, Scizor, Persian, Lantern, and Decidueye. I think they are the exact mons that I need. I feel like this is the 6 mons. I also feel like Necrozma has to run a Calm Mindset, which means it can't run Stealth Rock without, you know, sacrificing Dragon Pulse or Moonlight, kind of making it, you know, pretty useless. So I'm not bringing Stealth Rocks this week. His team isn't really weak to Stealth Rocks, honestly. You know, Dodrio is weak to it, and Latias and Suicune can get chipped down, and Zeraora and stuff like that. It prevents Zeraora from, like, Volt switching freely. But honestly, I'm just going to go with it. I think a key to this game is just playing smart. His Stealth Rockers are Miltank and Palisand and Armaldo. Like I said, I think Miltank will come. We have Defog on Scizor, so we have to do that. So anyway, let's go to our team. We have Blanca, the Tapu Koko, Electrium, Z, Electric Surge, Wild Charge, Braver, U-Turn, and Toxic. Enough speed to outspeed a max speed Latias, I assume? No, Sneasel, sorry. Max speed Sneasel. Because Sneasel is the next fastest mon on my opponent's team, besides Zeraora, which outspeeds my entire team, so there's nothing I can do to stop that. I'm not even bringing a Choice Scarf to outspeed that thing. Not really bothered. I'm not really too afraid of Zeraora. It doesn't really hit too hard against my team in particular, because it doesn't hit most of the mons on this team. Actually, it doesn't hit any of the mons super effectively on this team with electric type moves, and it hits like the Decidueye with Ice Punch, but that's about it. It might run like Hidden Power Fire to hit Scizor, but I'm special defensive scissor, so I don't think so. But that's what Toxic is for. If the Decidueye or the Zeraora is switching into Tapu Koko and I don't really want to go for U-turn and I want to get chip off on it, I can Toxic it, which I think is really, really nice. I don't know if that's going to happen a lot. I can also predict, you know, Miltank, I can predict Sylveon, I can predict Latias, I can do a lot of things with Toxic, which I like. And I think Toxic is nice on the Koko, because a Koko comes in, you're going to react. You're going to go on a defensive Mon, you're going to react immediately. They're not going to expect a Toxic, and they're going to expect it on Mons like Lantern and Persian coming up in a second. I don't think they'll expect it from Koko, so I think that Toxic is nice. Then we have Decode, the Necrozma, Leftovers, Prism Armor, with Psyshock, Dragon Pulse, Calm Mind, Moonlight. I know. I could run Photon Gazer, I'm running Psyshock. Reason being is because with a Psyshock, I can defeat a Calm Minding Suicune one-on-one because Psyshock is on the physical side while Scaldell's on the special side. If he runs Roar and stuff like that, that's a little bit sketchy, but we have to deal with that, how it comes. Psyshock, Dragon Pulse, Calm Mind, Moonlight. Dragon Pulse is just there for the Latias. It also hits Sneasel for neutral damage, so it does pretty decent damage. I'm really considering running Colbur Berry on this thing. Can I just check something really quick? If you are you Stealth Rock, say? No, not Audit Sense, what the fuck? If you have no Spadef, and you are going for Dragon Pulse, because I feel like Sneasel isn't a bitch to deal with, but if I truly feel like Necrozma is my way to win, I really should make sure I can live a knockoff. I can live a knockoff from Choice Bandit. Actually, I kind of eat that hit, honestly. Not gonna lie, I kind of eat that hit. That might, yeah. I mean, yeah, that's a good point. Yeah. As you can see, Dragon Pulse doesn't do that much. But it does a lot more to Latias, which is the main thing. And if he comes in on rocks, I don't have rocks. See, that's the problem. I hate that. I hate not having rocks. I really do. But it is what it is. It is what it is. Dragon Pulse is a decent amount of damage. Maybe I will run Colbur Berry because... Yeah, I will, because I have Heal Bell on Luma coming up in a second with, you know, to stop Toxic. So if that happens, I can just Heal Bell on Moonlight. That's fine. Anyway, so that's Necrozma. Really, really good. We get a Calm Mind up against... Jesus, let me show you his team again. We get it up against Sylveon, against Zeraora, against Latias, against Roserade, against Suicune, against now Sneasel. A lot of things on his team. I really, really like this set. I think it's really, really good. And he doesn't have a lot of phasers. His best phaser is Suicune. Another one is... That's actually it. His only phaser is Suicune. So if he doesn't bring Roar on Suicune, Necrozma is free to Calm Mind all at once, as long as I'm not pressured by possible Calm Mind Latias himself. Which I am prepared for, by the way. But I think these two mons are really, really important. After this point, it just gets really, really bulky, guys. It just gets super, super bulky. I've had to bring a pretty bulky set just because this team is so offensively pressuring. We have Dynamo with Mega Scizor, Bullet Punch, U-Turn, Roost, and Defog, especially defensive. Very, very simple. I just need this thing to take on the Sylveon, take on the Zeraora, take on the Roserade, and the Mega Latias. That's all it has to do. It just has to defog as well. I didn't want to bring Sword Stance because I didn't want to bother. There's no point. Scizor is just doing what it's doing. If it gets burned, it's fine. If it gets burned from Suicune's Scald, I can just go on a Lantern, Heal Bell, it's grand. Now the big thing for me is Substitute Latias is scaring me. But with this set, we live a Hidden Power Fire from a Latias every single time. It does like 70% from full. If he gets a +1 with Calm Mind, then I don't think we do unless he's not offensive. If he's like bulky Calm Mind, then we do still live 1 Hidden Power Fire. Otherwise, it's going to get really, really sketchy. But that's why, I mean, Lantern is a really good opportunity to set up Calm Mind. So that's why I'm saying that. So yeah, sorry, I'm fucking up the screen. I'm very, very nervous about this game, you can't tell. Very, very nervous. Then we have Shadow Play, Alone in Persian, Leftovers, Fur Coat with Foul Play, Taunt, Toxic, and Parting Shot. Now, this set is really good because we have enough speed to outspeed a max speed Latias. I don't need the outspeed Sneasel. I wall Sneasel for the rest of the time. Foul Play is great because it breaks a Latias' sub every time. You know, despite Latias not having, like, good attack. It still has, like, 100 attack. You know, it's still a Mega. So a Foul Play still does a decent amount of damage. And honestly, I mean, Lucario gets the justified boost, but it doesn't matter. Sorry. Jesus Christ. Sylveon comes in, I can Toxic it, I can go for Parting Shot. Well, not Toxic it in front of it, but I can go for Toxic. on the Switch. I can parting shot out and do that kind of stuff. And yeah, Persian is just a really, really nice mon to have, and I'm really glad I drafted it. I haven't brought it a lot of weeks, you know, from week like 2 to 4 or 2 to 6. I didn't really bring it that much, but I'm starting to bring it a lot more now, just because I've realized how good it is. Well, I always knew how good it was, but I was always scared that, you know, it might be setup fodder, but really it's not. It's a really good mon. It's a really good mon. And finally we have the final 2 mons on the squad. We have Luma, who is super important this week. Luma is beyond important. Leftovers Volt Absorb. This thing is the best counter to Zorora I have. It's immune to electric, it resists ice punch, it's neutral to close combat. If he gets off a close combat, it'll do damage, but if he's not banded, it doesn't do too much. And if we predict him as he goes for a Volt Switch or something like that, and we catch him with, and get a Volt Absorb, that's lovely. Scald, Volt Switch, Heal Bell, Toxic. Now, like I said, I don't have Ice Beam, which means I can't hit Roserade for anything. I don't really expect Roserade to come anyway, which is fine. But also, if the Latias sets up a substitute, that's scary. That is scary. However, he kind of needs 2 attacks. If he runs a Psychic type move, he can't hit Persian. If he runs a Dragon type move, he can't hit Coco. And if he runs a Fire type move, he can't hit Lantern or Necrozma or anything. So he has to run 2 attacks, which means he has to run Calm Mind if he wants to do that, or he has to run Roost. He could run Substitute Roost. That could be something he does and just not bring Calm Mind, but he has to bring 2 attacks. So Substitute Calm Mind Roost is something I really don't see him doing. If he does do it, I really don't know what move he'd use to hit my entire team. Thunderbolt is resisted by Decidueye and Lantern Volt Absorb. I don't know what he would do. Ice Beam, no, that doesn't really work either. I don't think there's any move that he can use that can hit everything on my team for decent damage, so that's really good. Finally, we have Masquerade the Decidueye, who was meant to be shiny last week. I forgot to make him shiny. Leftovers Long Reach with Giga Drain, Shadow Ball, Nasty Plot, and Roost. Enough speed to outspeed a max speed. Oh, it's meant to outspeed Suicune, a bulky Suicune. It outspeeds Suicune. Suicune's min speed is 206, and we are crept to 2010. Or 210. 210. So, yeah, this thing is great. Nasty Plot Roost is really nice because it means that he doesn't have a lot of great mons to deal with Decidueye. Because Suicune is weak to Grass, and Latias is weak to Ghost. And those are both of his specially defensive mons, except for Sylveon, which don't really hit, you know, Decidueye too hard. Like a Nasty Plot, I can Roost, I outspeed it as well, which is important. Now, again, the only thing that sucks is that if he brings a Miltank with Sap Sipper, that becomes really, really problematic. I think he will. But honestly, I don't know if there's much I can do about it. I just have to deal with Miltank as it comes. I mean, Thick Fat would help him against Pyroar. What's my team again? Help him against Pyroar. That's really it. So I could definitely see him bringing Sap Sipper. I'm honestly hoping he doesn't bring Miltank at all. If he didn't bring Miltank at all, I would be totally happy with that. I would be super happy with that. But yeah, that's the situation we find ourselves in. We have Toxic on like 3 mons, Coco, Persian, and Lantern. We have mons that can hit Miltank. And also, Necrozma can set up on it if it needs to. And if I get paralyzed from Body Slam, I can kill a mon, switch out, heal Bell, go back into Necrozma, so it's okay. But, yeah, it's a very, very nervous game. We are 8-1. This is a Week 10 game. 8-1. We are first overall. We are the first in the league, and I want to keep it that way. A win here cements us as, you know, 9-1. Doesn't cement us as first. If we get a 6-0 or 5-0, we are cemented as first. But I don't care about that. That doesn't matter. I want to get a win here. I think we need a win here. I want to keep the momentum going. Beating Flygon would be a huge achievement because he's a very, very good battler. And also a fucking chill dude, if you don't mind me saying Flygon. I do like Flygon a lot. He's a chill dude. And I know we're going to have a great game. So I'm going to stop rambling now. I'm going to fucking stop. I'm going to connect with your boy Flygon. And we're going to have a fucking great game. If you guys are excited, make sure to have a slam like button down below first and subscribe if you are not already to become a member of the Aggronix. That being said, I'm going to connect with Flygon and I will be right back. Okay, we are back. Ooh. Really nervous. Really, really nervous. I'm not even going to think about it. No Miltank! That's great! That is fantastic. That is fantastic. That means that the Decidueye is a threat. Decidueye is not shiny. What the fuck? I made it shiny. Sorry, also my keyboard is slightly not broken, but if I turn it on, if I turn on my computer, for the first hour or so, it's just a little bit non-responsive. You have to really fucking smash the keys, you know. I'm gonna ignore spectators and ignore opponent. Alright. This is a winnable game, but it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be very fucking tough. Palisand is a rock setter. That's his rock setter. So I think Persian is a decent lead. I could also lead with Lantern if I think he's going to lead with Zorora. He'll also lead with Roserade, so I think maybe Persian is the best thing to lead with. If he leads with Roserade, I can Parting Shot straight into Necrozma, set up a Combine, and start doing some work. So I think I'm going to lead with Persian. If he does lead with Zorora, I think I'd take a Choice Specs Volt Switch at least. Hopefully you can't hear my dog outside barking like a feckin' banshee. I don't think Zorora will be Choice Specs, but out of curiosity, we'll just see how much it does. Volt Switch would do 30% if he had no investment anymore. If he has max investment, it doesn't even do 50%. So that's fine. I'm gonna lead with Persian. He leads with Roserade. Okay, so this is interesting. I don't know if he wants to go for like Leech Seed or something. That could be something that he wants to do. He could be Choice Scarf right here, actually. What does a Choice Scarf Roserade do to Persian? It actually OHKOs me with Leaf Storm. So that's awesome. That's awesome. I don't know what to say to that. Like 25% chance to OHKO. It's not cool. I don't think he will be Scarf. But I mean, actually no, Scarf does make sense, doesn't it? Scarf makes a lot of sense. Because that would outspeed Coco. This thing is absolutely Scarf. I'm gonna go on a Necrozma. If he poisons me, that sucks. But wait, actually, well, before I go into Necrozma, how much do I take from a move? Leaf Storm does over half, but he can't go for it again. Sludge Bomb wouldn't 2-KO me, and I'd be able to go for a Moonlight. But if he poisoned me, that would suck. I could go on a Scizor, but if he Hidden Power Fires right off the bat, that sucks. Because if he expect me to go for Parting Shot right here, you know, I could go on a Decidueye. How would Decidueye take this hit? Not really well. I'm just gonna go into the Necrozma. Although Decidueye doesn't outspeed this thing, but he doesn't have a good switch into it either. If he goes for Hidden Power Fire, why is Hidden Power Grant? If he goes for Hidden Power Fire, I'm gonna go on Necrozma. Toxic Spikes. Okay, so yikes. That's fine though. We can defog with Scizor. I'm gonna go for Calm Mind. I'm just gonna go for Calm Mind. He can go for Toxic if he wants, but he wouldn't have Toxic and Toxic Spikes. So I'm gonna go for Calm Mind. Goes into Palisand. Goes into Palisand immediately. Now I could do a few things. I could go into Scizor. Palisand is a more specially offensive mon. It is. Shadow Ball at +1 is doing absolutely 0 to us. But we're not doing much to him either. Did he bring Sneasel? He didn't bring Sneasel, so he's... Necrozma looks really, really good. I think I honestly... He probably has Toxic. Probably is Toxic. This is actually a good chance for me to go into Scizor. He's gonna go for Toxic right here, and if he goes for Stealth Rock, that's fine. If he goes for a Ghost type move, that's fine. We're specially defensive anyway. He's gonna go for Toxic. I'm gonna go into Scizor and get off my defog. He's gonna go for Toxic right here. He goes for Shadow Ball and does nothing. So that's unfortunate. We could have just fucking rocked his world right there. I'm gonna go for... He's probably just gonna... He's probably gonna Stealth Rock. I mean, he could hit Bar Fire. That would be pretty fucking janky. I'm gonna go for Defog. I don't want to Defog. He goes straight into Suicune. Alright. That's cool. That's cool. This is where it gets sketchy. I guess I gotta go into Lantern. Click Volt Switch. If he goes for Calm Mind, it's fine. And then go into Coco. I think I'm gonna U-turn though. If he burns me, that's fine. Ghost Rain Power Fire. Yeah, it's the only thing that can be super effective. Alright, so this is an interesting situation. He went for Power Fire. How much does Decidueye take from a Hidden Power Fire? So he doesn't have Ice Beam. I don't think he has Ice Beam. Actually, I kind of want to get a gist of what his set is. Is that offensive at all? It doesn't look like it. It didn't do very much. I mean, it's, you know, it's not very... Suicune isn't very strong. 43. So that's a little bit of investment. That's a little bit, like, let's say 100. That's a little bit of investment. So we have Decidueye. No. Decidueye did nothing. We get to go for a Shadow Ball or Nasty Plot and just fuck something up. So I'm gonna go into Decidueye and I'm gonna click. I'm supposed to be shiny. What the fuck? I'm gonna go for a Nasty Plot though. Doubles in a Roserade. That is fine. Now, how much does Roserade take from a move? I think he is Choice Scare. Roserade at +2 takes a lot. So I'm just gonna go for it. Toxic Spikes. Gets them up. That's fine though. That takes a boatload of damage, and he's just probably gonna go for like a Sludge Bomb right here. So I'm gonna go for Shadow Ball and take this thing out. Hidden Fire does a lot. It's fine. We can roost up on Suicune, Palisand, Sylveon, a lot of things. He has to go... He goes Latias. Alright. Unfortunately, my fucking Scizor is weakened now, which sucks. That really, really blows. And he did get up Toxic Blast. I can't even see it because Decidueye's thing, but he did... Yeah, he did get up Toxic Blast. So, Latias can kill me if it wants. It can go for a Draco and just kind of kill me. If he goes for a Psyshock, he doesn't kill me. If he goes for a Draco... If he goes for a Draco Meteor, he does kill me. Every time. I don't want to lose Decidueye, because I think Decidueye is really, really good. It checks the Aurora decently well, because I'm physically defensive. It checks this thing if I get a Nasty Plot up. It checks the Suicune. It beats his whole team. I don't want to lose this thing. He kind of has to go for Draco. But I don't know if Scizor is the right play. If he goes for Hidden Power Fire, can he kill me? Hidden Power Fire never kills me. This is risky, but I think I want to go into Coco. I don't want to go into Necrozma. Why? Well, Toxic Spikes, it's only regular Toxic Spikes. And if I go into Necrozma right now... Draco is doing a fucking ton. I guess I do go into Scizor. Kind of just... Not sack... I need the defog, though. He's got me in a bad spot here. I can't let Lantern die. I can't let Persian... Well, I guess I go into Persian. How well does Persian take a Draco? I think Persian just dies, honestly. If not after... Yeah, after Poison, it definitely does. If I, poisons... Guaranteed to go after leftovers and poison damage. Also, I don't die. I guess I'm gonna go on a fucking Persian, so... I can't go on a Scizor. Ugh, I hate doing this. I hate doing this. Draco, you can miss. Ice Beam. Okay. Ice Beam, would I live that? Would I have lived that? Wait, okay, wait. How much did he do? He did 47. So Scizor, I mean, Decidueye wasn't, or Coco wasn't the right play. 47, he's offensive. He's an offensive Latias, for sure. Ice Beam did 47. That's max. That's max offense. So I can go for a Toxic. I can go for a Taunt. I can go for a Parting Shot. What do I want to do? I like Toxic. I also like Parting Shot. If he stays in right here. I like Toxic though because that means I get to... This thing is a fucking problem. I hate dealing with Latias. It's very, very tough to deal with. I'm gonna go for a Toxic. I outspeed this thing every time. If he switches into Sylveon, that's fine. I get the Parting Shot and then go into something or other. He just stays in. He just Ice Beams and he's gonna take out Persian. There's nothing I can do there. It is what it is. I can go... I think I have to go Necrozma. I really wish I was Leftovers now. I could go Coco and click U-turn. But I don't want to switch anything in. I think I need to go into Necrozma. I need to go into Necrozma. I don't take poison damage yet, so it's fine. Now, I guess I just go for Calm Mind. If he drops a Draco right here, that's terrifying. And he's taking, I think he's taking toxic damage as well, which means I think he will switch out into like Palossand or something. So I could double in a Scizor. But if he just stays in and go for Draco, I think Scizor dies. So I don't really want that. Yes, I'm recording by audio, thank God. I need a defog with Scizor. I can do it on Suicune. Not really Suicune. I can do it in Sylveon and Palossand. So, his switch into this thing, I believe, is Sylveon or Palossand. But I think I have to Calm Mind. I'm gonna Calm Mind. He doubles in a Suicune, so I'm glad I didn't go in a Scizor. And we get a Calm Mind off. We get one Calm Mind off. I'm just gonna start attacking this thing. How much does... How much does Necrozma? How much does Necrozma do to Suicune at +1? Probably fucking 0. He probably has Roar. Yeah, he definitely has Roar. I'm not gonna bother commenting up again. I'm just gonna go for Psyshock. He's gonna Roar. Does a lot of damage. He goes for Roar. Scizor is dragged out. That's probably worst case scenario. Honestly, that is worst case scenario. Anything else and I gotta... Yeah, fuck, that is worst case scenario. I guess I go on a Lantern. I'm gonna go on a Lantern, as much as I don't want to get poisoned. That is worst case scenario, dude. If I had... It was a 1 in 4 chance. Any other Mon Decidueye, I get to Roost. Lantern, I get to Volt Switch. Tapu Koko, I get to just click U-turn even. That is super, super unlucky. Empire Fire, I assume? Yes. Now, I think I want to go for... Do I go for Toxic? See, this thing doesn't really touch me. I think I just want to actually go for Heal Bell. Reason being is because... I think he's going to go Latias, so I don't want a Toxic. But I also don't want to Volt Switch in case he goes Aurora. But Aurora doesn't really touch me, so if I go for Heal Bell, I'm in with Latias on Lantern. I get to Volt Switch, take a hit, Volt Switch. If he's in with Zorora, I get to go for Scald. I'm going to Heal Bell. He goes into Sylveon. He goes into Sylveon, and I'm going to... I think I'm going to Toxic this thing. As much as I want to get Scizor in, he could have hit Power Fire. But Scizor does outspeed this thing. Pretty much guaranteed. What is Sylveon's min speed? 156. So I outspeed this thing with Lantern. So I can go for Volt Switch right now. I also do really want to go for Toxic. So I'm going to do that. He's going to double into Latias. That's honestly fine with me. Latias... He goes for Draco on Lantern, and he does about 60%, I would say. I mean, that might be an underestimate, actually. How much does Draco do? 60%. Yeah, that's not honestly tons. I'm just gonna go for Volt Switch. If he goes for subs right here, it's fine because he's poisoned. He goes for Psychic. He gets a crit, which is just the best. That's just the best that he got that Psychic, honestly. How did he do that much? I am fairly confused, honestly. That Psychic shouldn't have done that much with a crit, even. Oh, wait, sorry, that's not a set. But, still, it would have done less than 50%. Now, I am fucking in a problem. Now I'm in a bind. That is the worst, dude. Come on. This game is not going well, and it's not really my fault, I feel. I hate to be that guy, but I feel like it's not really in my control, and it sucks. Yeah, all my fucking walls are dead because the crit, the fucking... Yeah, that sucks. Goes for Ice Beam. I'm gonna go for Moonlight. If he has Dracos right here, he'll kill me. Goes in a Suicune. And I outspeed this thing, so I should be able to... Wait, how much did I do last time? Psyshock? I think I did a lot more than he expected. Wait, fucking... Where is it? Come on. I don't know where it is. Necrozma use Moonlight. Suicune. Sorry, I'm just checking. 45, so it's not gonna kill him. But it'll do damage. Scizor is dragged out again. That is the fucking worst, dude. Oh, why, dude? It's a 1 in 4 chance, and that's the bad one every time. That, I mean, 1 time, sure. 2 times in a row is fucking... That is absurd. That is absurd. I can't go on a Lantern. My only fucking check to... And then all my checks fucking Zorora dead. This is the worst. I actually can't stand this right now. I think I have to go into Coco and click... What do you predict? What do you predict? This is the worst. This is the absolute worst. I feel like I'm getting shafted and there's nothing I can do. How much does Coco take? And my fucking keyboard is broken as well. That's great. Blanca, you got Suicune in front of you. I think Suicune is going for Scald, honestly. I think he's going for Scald. I don't think he's going for Empire Fire. I think he's definitely going for Scald. I could sack the Decidueye, which I don't want to do. But I feel like at this point, Necrozma is how I win. Necrozma is how I win. It beats the rest of his team. Lantern has Heal Bell. If he doesn't kill the Decidueye, I can go for Giga Drain. I'm gonna go into fucking Decidueye. Go for Scald there, boy. Okay, we lived that. I'm gonna get a go for Roost and see if I outspeed him. No, it doesn't. No, he's supposed to be. So he's speedy. He's not. Yeah, he's not bulky. He's not bulky at all. We can tell that from the damage, actually. Decidueye. Or no, fuck. Sorry. Necrozma. How much are you doing to a non-bulky set? You're doing 27. I don't kill him. I don't kill him, which is super frustrating because he just gets to shuffle me again. There's nothing I can do about it. I can go on a Lantern and click Volt Switch, and I wouldn't take poison damage because I'm not poison damage. I could do that. Or I can go into Coco. I'm gonna fucking go into Coco. There's nothing else I'm supposed to do. Coco in front of a... This cunt. Brave Bird always kills? From what I'm seeing, U-turn does not. I think Zorora is coming out instantly. But I gave Zorora the terrain. That's the problem. That's why it sucks. I have to go for Brave Brick in case this thing stays in. He does. Okay, we kill Sweet Cube. So we killed his Roarer. He goes in a Sylveon. We haven't seen anything from this thing yet. Do I Z Wild Charge? I mean, I'm tempted just to fucking... Because, I mean, maybe he doubles in his Aurora, but honestly, I don't care. He's wasting electric terrain turns that I don't want to give him. So honestly, it's kind of okay. But if I U-turn and he switches into those mons, he loses a ton of momentum. What does Sylveon want to do? Is it Scarf? If it's Scarf, it doesn't outspeed me. Scarf Sylveon doesn't outspeed me. So is he baiting me to go for the Z move? I don't really have a good switch in this thing, so I'm going to Z Wild Charge. He stays in. Okay, Sylveon just dies. Sylveon just dies. Okay. In comes Palisand. I think I'd go for Toxic. I don't want Coco around. I don't want Coco around. I don't want the terrain anymore. I need to get Necrozma in, and I need it to wall out Zorora. I need to go into Scizor on this thing. I'm gonna Toxic. I'm gonna Toxic so I can keep spamming heal with Necrozma if I need to. I'm gonna Toxic. I'm gonna Toxic. That's power. That's fine. That's fine. I need to do this, as much as it fucking pains me to do it. I think I need to go into Scizor. Oh, but I won't be able to fucking heal Bell with these two mons. I think I just gotta go on Necrozma now, so... I mean, Necrozma's already poisoned. Necrozma's already poisoned. I could also go in a Scizor and Roost, which might also not be a bad play. Because I don't think Latias might not have Empower. But this Palisand doesn't. And I can go for U-turn on this thing and get in. I'm gonna go into Scizor. I'm not gonna bother defogging because at this point, Necrozma's already poisoned. Yeah, I'm not gonna bother. I'm just gonna go for Roost. Use one more turn of electric terrain. So if he goes into Zorora now. Okay, so I'm gonna sack Lantern. If he goes for an electric move, he will take so much. I think he wants the Z move right here. And if he goes for close combat, that's great because the terrain is gone afterwards. And if he goes for Volt Switch, he can't. I'm gonna go on a Lantern. Fire Punch. This thing gets Fire Punch? I didn't know! I didn't know! Oh, that's terrible. That's unfortunate. I didn't know that. Really? Wait, no way. I did not know this thing gets fire. It does. Fuck. Alright, well, fuck me. Well, that's okay still. That's still okay. Because I'm just gonna go for Skull. Heal, though. Just knockoff. Colbert Berry, I think will come through, so. So, I think he's not banded. We can win this game. We just need to be very, very careful. We need to be very, very careful. Big poison sucks, but you know what? It could be worse. It could be very bad poison. He's not banded. He's not life orb. Wow. Knock off to 0. What? Am I missing something here? Level 100? Okay, well, that's okay. Alright, fine. So, I think he's gonna go for a Z move, so I think I'm gonna Moonlight. I think he's gonna, like, Z Wild Charge. Would that kill me, ever? It would never. I'm gonna Moonlight. If he switches out, that's fine. He goes for knockoff. Gets rid of my Colbert Berry. Alright. Alright, I'm gonna Calm Mind. That was a waste of the knockoff berry, I know. But, well, it sucks now if he's even Moon Blast now. He got me if he doesn't. I'm gonna Moonlight again. And I'm gonna Psyshock. Wait. I already clicked it. Oops. Does this thing die anyway? It lives. Vultures comes through. Switching up Latias. I'm gonna run out of Moonlights is the problem. I'm gonna run out of Moonlight. So at +1 with Necrozma. What does Latias do? What does Latias do? Draco. Does it go for Draco? It might go for Combite itself. But at this point, if it doesn't have in-power fire, I just switch into Scizor. Draco does 30%. I think I just want to Moonlight. I think actually. Yeah. I need a Moonlight. And I think I need a he hits me with Ice Beam. I go down to 57. I go down to 45. Dragon Pulse. Goes for recover. That's perfect. Do you die? No, you don't. You take a lot of damage, and you can't really recover again, so you're just going to go for an attack, so I'm going to Moonlight. Alright, perfect. Latias is dead, right? Latias is dead. I think we got the game by the skin of our teeth. By the skin of our teeth, dude. Goes for Volt Switch. Goes for Volt Switch. Palossand comes in. That does very little, honestly, I'll be honest. That takes that pretty well. Palossand. Shadow Ball. It's 20 to 24. So, do I Calm Mind? At +1. +2, sorry. It has leftovers. I did 41. At +1. Wait, really? This thing isn't physically defensive. But it isn't not. It's like 100 or so. I don't know. I think Dragon Pulse does more. I think Dragon Pulse is a chance to kill him. I could also Moonlight, let him take another little bit of damage, which I'm gonna do. Use my last Moonlight. Now I think Dragon Pulse does more if he's physically defensive, so I'm gonna go for Dragon Pulse. He eats that. He goes for Shura. This is getting sketchy. It's getting sketchy. So he'll die this turn. I won't. But now it comes down to if Scizor can eat a Fire Punch. It comes down to whether Scizor can eat a Fire Punch. It's what it comes down to. If he has a Z move, an electric Z move, I might live. I don't know if he wins. I'm at 82%. He'd have to go for like a Z Wild Charge to kill me. If he has Z Fire Punch, he'll win. Does Bullet Punch ever kill? I doubt it does. I'm gonna check on the off chance it might, but I don't think it will. Fucking come on. No, it doesn't. U-turn always kills. No! Alright. We lose 1-0 to Flygon. Honestly, I'm not upset about that game only because I feel like we were not robbed, but we got a lot of hacks at the start in that game. Lantern getting crit really sucked. It meant that it couldn't do that much. Me being roared into the Scizor twice on the Flygon or the Suicune was unfortunate. Honestly, I feel like we had an uphill battle there, and the fact that we brought it back to a 1-0 is pretty great. I don't know what the roll was on that Fire Punch. I don't know if there was a roll. I wasn't physically defensive, so if there wasn't a roll, I'm not surprised. He was probably adamant. He was probably max attack. Wait. What item was he? What item? What item was there? If he was Expert Belt, then I think he always killed me. I assume he was. He always killed me. E-belt. Yeah, use E-belt. Yeah, I never lived that. Without the E-belt, we had a chance. I assume adamant. I assume adamant. Jolly. So it was still a roll, but it was fairly in his favor. Damn. GG, dude. That was a... I don't know if it was a fun game on my part. It was fairly stressful. It was fairly stressful. I don't... Sorry, my fucking thing. It's fine. It was like fairly... I mean, 78 to thing with the E-belt, so... Yeah, what can you do? Yeah, how much did... So the misplay was going for Dragon Pulse. The misplay was going for Dragon Pulse. Because if I didn't go for Dragon Pulse, I think maybe we won? I don't know. It says right here. I'm not blind. It says it right fucking there. Dragon Pulse does more if he's physically defensive. If he's physically defensive. But I guess he was max Bedef. So Psyshock does do more. But that does a hell of a lot more. Well, I guess he was max Bedef, so... Yeah, that looks about right. That looks about right. Yeah, that's what he was. He was max Bedef. So if we Psyshocked at the end there, I think... That's hard to say. I wouldn't have to take extra 25%, and I wouldn't have had to take an extra 18 from knockoff. So yeah, I think we would have won. I think we would have won if I just Psyshocked. Because knockoff is doing 23%. So I'd have to go back. Wait. I'm very, very curious just to see if I fucked up. I think I did. I got fairly fucking unlucky in this game. Nobody will take that away from me. I feel like, you know, the game was never in our hands. You know, it was always an uphill battle. The fact we brought it back is pretty awesome. So, we did 41 with Psyshock. He did 28. Me not being left over. It didn't matter. We took less from knockoff. We went for Dragon Pulse. How much was he at? 53. I mean, Psyshock would have never killed, but he would have died to poison. He would have died to poison. But he went for Shore Up. So I guess we wouldn't have had to take another Shadow Ball, I think. I don't know. Yeah, he said, is that a joke, me using Dragon Pulse? I don't know, dude. I don't know, dude. If Moonlight didn't have 8 PP, we won this game guaranteed. Nobody is gonna be able to argue that. If Moonlight had 16 PP like Recover, I won guaranteed. There is no denying. Just at the end there, for sure. The fact that it does not is really, really annoying, because otherwise we would have had the game. I don't know why it is 8 PP. That makes no sense to me, but it is what it is. Yeah, 1-0 is not a terrible result, especially against a good player like Flygon. But honestly, I can't be too happy about that. I feel like, well, it was my own fault. I should have Psyshocked with Necrozma. So yeah, that is what it is. If you guys have enjoyed, make sure to slam the like button down below first and subscribe if you are not already a member of the Aggronix. That being said, have a wonderful day, and bye bye.